Before I get started, I just want to say Steam should try a cue from these guys that I'm about to show you, because one thing everybody knows about Steam is their support blows. So if you need to contact them, you can't call them. You got to send an email and wait 4 years for the reply, because Steam. There's a company called Leap Computing. Now, if you don't know about them, you should watch Jay's 2 Cents, but they're coming out with a cloud computing service. Like cloud gaming, but it's going to be way better than OnLive. OnLive was basically a way where you could stream games from a server somewhere in the middle of the United States or wherever it was, straight to your PC without having to have the resources to run that game, which is nice for people who just didn't want to have a high electric bill or didn't want to deal with the issue of having to build a PC or whatever. And that's what this service is doing, but on a whole nother level. Instead of you buying into a cloud gaming service, paying for the service monthly, paying for whatever games they have in their library, you're actually paying for desktop hardware. Or excuse me, I want to say we'll say computer hardware. So you would basically rent out monthly a 8-core processor with like 4 or 8 gigs of RAM with a 500 gig hard drive and an AMD video card or NVIDIA card, whatever you choose when you sign up, and you basically pay for that monthly. Plans start at I think $9.99, and that desktop remote session is streamed over to you at an estimated 90 frames or 120 frames per second. So you can actually play games on this, apparently. And again, just watch Jay's 2 Cents video on it. And this email is basically an email I sent to them saying, hey, when you guys going to go live, blah, 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 blah. And they told me this message here, basically saying we're going to be rolling out at Q4 of this year. And there's my message down there, part of the thread. But they're saying we're going to be rolling out Q4. That's our target. We don't know what region we're going to roll out in first. I'm going to guess that the US is first. And if not, we will follow right after some other region if they roll out in somewhere in Europe first. But I think the US will be first. And their customer support, and they're not even live yet. Like, in their customer support, they got back to me in, I want to say, somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 hours. I sent this email last night, and they got to me. It's 6:30, so this message came in at 1:22. Wow, great. I mean, less than 24 hours. So, yeah. So they're telling me they're going to be live Q4, and they just don't know what region they're going to roll out in first. But I'm going to guess US and put my money on it. So, cloud. Let me go ahead and bring up the page. I'm trying not to show my email here because people don't know what to do with themselves these days. But Leap, let me just get it in here. Here's their website. So they start at $9.99, and you can go ahead and read the specs. Oh, look at that! I'm wrong. 144 frames per second. That is just crazy. Now this is going over the WAN. This is not local gaming like Steam and home streaming. And the reason why I'm doing this video because Steam and home streaming failed me. The parts have already been sold off. A guy on Craigslist wants to buy the rest of the parts, at least the video card, and I'm gonna see if he wants to buy the SSD and hard drive. I don't even need that crap anymore from the Steam and home streaming project hit a dent because of input lag. Input lag was so noticeable even in non-FPS games that it made the game unplayable. It was horrible. So here you can get a system that is in the cloud. All of your controls supposedly are supposed to be mapped over, and all that computing, all that rendering is being handled in the cloud. You are just getting like I wouldn't say RDP per se, but it looks like an RDP session, but it's actually streaming at a much higher bit rate than RDP would stream at, even over a local network. RDP has been out for a long time, but it was never designed for gaming. TeamViewer and all that other stuff. That stuff is not designed for gaming. There's something called StreamTop or SplashTop or whatever. That sucks as well. I think it's only for local streaming too. But this is over the internet. This is coming off a server somewhere in the middle of the United States. We'll say California. And you pay for the service every month. You stream whatever you want to stream off of it. Well, don't use it for Bitcoin mining because I heard they're going to block those kind of services. This is designed for gaming. So you put your Steam and the Origin library on it, you click on the app, you know, on your desktop, and it takes off. You're seeing a desktop immediately. You got to watch J2Sense video on it. Maybe I'll link it below. But anyway, this is the new cloud gaming solution. I'm going to actually sign up for it right now. I'm going to go for the $20 plan because I just want to be able to play some games on my client PC that's hooked up to my TV. Let me show you that. You may have seen it in a previous video. But there's the client PC there. And it's a tiny little computer and has no horsepower when it comes to graphics. So this will definitely help. And here's what they have available. Pre-order now. So I'm going to go for the full-blown level 3. And this is going to come with, okay, so this is just a quad core. It's just a quad core, but that's fine. 500 gig hard drive, 8 gigs of RAM, and an AMD GPU. I'm not sure why they're not specifying which AMD GPU. But if it's as good as a 7770, I'm fine, because it'll be something nice to have without having the local resources. This is going to be very nice. It won't have any additional fan noise from extra computers. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and try it out. So I guess you guys can wait on the follow-up video. So maybe we'll call this video, I don't know, I forgot what to call it. But this is possibly a nice new cloud gaming solution. And hopefully it takes off. Hopefully it's much better than OnLive. And Q4, we'll say Christmas, January at the latest. You'll be seeing my review on this when the service first goes live. This is going to be amazing. So I'm going to order the service now and hope for the best. It's not contract, so you pay month to month and you cancel whenever you want, supposedly. So, all right, stay tuned for my next one, and thanks for watching.